Old lady knees.
So we have Amanda Talk, head coach JR Payne, and Jade Gross here today. So do you want to start?
Sure, yeah. Thought we played really well in spurts tonight. There were a couple pretty big lulls, where we felt like, oh, we're kind of backtracking, but I thought the team did an exceptional job of being able to sort of dig their heels in at that time, which is something we need, because every game we play for the rest of the year that we're going to go on good runs, and then we'll have times where we're struggling, and sort of finding that ability to dig in together and get ourselves out of that is going to be essential for our success. So I thought that was tremendous growth from Sunday night to Tuesday night, and lots of different huge contributions from different people tonight. So really proud of our bench, how we played, and just overall really good game tonight.
Maybe just going into the fourth, towards the end of the third, it's starting to feel like Sunday a little bit. Was that talked about in any of your guys' minds? You guys came out with a different mindset in the fourth, it seemed like.
I wouldn't say the third felt like Sunday. I felt like we for sure had like a down during that period of time. And we were still like focused on what we need to do. That's why we were able to like came up and go on a run after that. So definitely not like Sunday, but it was just a low in that period of time.
And just coaches, you sort of mentioned it, but how proud are you of your team to know on Sunday they didn't have a good fourth, but to come back in a similar situation and have a really good fourth and close out a game?
Yeah, really proud. Honestly, the last 2 days of practice have been the best practices of the year. Like just energy, cohesiveness, organization, lots of things that we wanted to prioritize, and I thought we brought that into the game. And it wasn't a perfect game. We'll never play a perfect game, but I think our cohesiveness and energy allowed us to pull ourselves out, which was huge.
Coach, I forgot the numbers. 46 points, I think they scored tonight. They came in averaging about 82. From a defensive perspective, what did you like about, or what did you guys do to them to change that?
I thought we played personnel significantly better tonight than we did on Sunday. Executed scout well, game plan. We forced 20 turnovers, so that was also really helpful. But I thought it was just really good team defense. Like even when we had to switch, big little switch, we still knew our personnel and guarded the way we wanted to.
Jade, the sisters are pretty good. How big of a challenge were they tonight? Obviously they kept them in the game for most of the night.
Yeah, definitely. Like both of them are really good players. We definitely did a lot of scout before the game, and I think we did a really good job of like executing what we talked about in practice. So yeah.
In your opinion, how big was this for the team after a couple of games that didn't go you guys' way in a row? So to be able to bounce back and get a victory, how big was that?
Yeah, it was really big for us. Like, we really came out tonight with a lot more energy. Like JR said, our practices this week were really focused on energy and being together as a team. So, we really wanted that going into tonight. And yeah, we really wanted to come out with the win. That's the goal always, but, tonight especially. Yeah.
Jay, I want to keep you talking.
Everyone loves the accent.
Enjoy watching you play. Got our first chance to see this. It seemed like the coaches wanted to have you here, just athletically. It's fun watching you play. How much of your game are we seeing so far? Do you feel like you're playing all elements of your game already, or is there? What do you sort of emphasize in your game? Where do you feel like are the biggest strengths you bring?
I think overall, I think it's just like having confidence to play my game. I think having like JR and T being like really confident in me and having my back, and just like keeping it simple, making sure that I'm doing what I can on the defensive end, rebounding as hard as I can, doing those simple things, and then like the rest of my game will come as I keep going. But yeah.
Going back to those best days of practice you guys have had, do you think that comes off of the consecutive losses? Is it kind of like a kick into gear of realizing, okay, we need to get back in the win column? And do you think that either coaches or players that you could see that translate in practice and then throughout this game?
You get it.
Me go? I don't think it was the losses necessarily. I think it was us being really honest with each other about ways we needed to improve. It wasn't just, oh shoot, we lost, we need to do this better. It was like, we're better than this, and we should have higher expectations of ourselves and each other in just our daily business. How we take care of the locker room, how we listen during scout, how we execute scout, how we communicate on the floor. It was really like sort of bringing us back to core values and what we're about as a program. And so I think it was more that. And yeah, not playing well sometimes forces you to do that. But I definitely am a lot happier about, and I think these guys are too, just about how we've conducted ourselves the past couple days.
Are those conversations that you initiated or that even the team brought upon themselves, or just kind of a coming together as a collective?
It was a combination of the two, because we talked about it in the locker room after the game, and then I also had several players come directly to me the next day and was like, I 100% agree, we need to be better, you know. And so I think it had been on people's minds, some frustrations and just, we're better than this kind of mindset. So definitely I think all of us agreed. Yeah.
They battled you guys pretty hard on the boards tonight. You guys won that battle. How big was rebounding tonight for you guys to be able to, I think it was what was the advantage, 6 or 7?
48 to 37.
Okay, so, but I think several players for your team had 6 or 7 rebounds. So how big was rebounding tonight?
It was really important, especially like on the defensive end, because we knew, like, and it was mentioned in the scout that like they like to crash their own shot. So that's what we wanted to do, limit like their second chance point. And obviously on offense, like offensive rebounding is a big part of our offense, because that also get us like some easier shot and everything. So that was like a main focus on the scout too.
Can we just talk about AD's last offensive rebound? Like, you look like you were literally flying, like just floating through the air, and everyone else went down and you were still going up. Like,
You're basically just smiled and shook your head.
I did.
Yeah.
Man, if in my dreams I can jump that high, but never in reality.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you feel like your game flow, what's this center of your game? Rebounding, passing, scoring, defense? Because rebounding's fun to watch with you.
Like, I'd say the like core of my game is like rebounding and defense, and I'm trying to like be more aggressive in offense and show that I can do more than just like playing defense and rebound.
Yeah.
Coach, in general, and honestly, players comment on it too, but like, how do you feel like this team is coming together? I know from talking to you guys in the preseason that it's a pretty tight group off the court, but on the court, how do you feel like this team is coming together as far as doing what you guys want to do on the court? You know,
Yeah.
offense coming together, things like that.
Yeah, I think we still have a ways to go, you know, with so many new players and lots of talent. I think this group will continue as long as we just stay the course and believe in ourselves, believe in each other. We'll see this group continue to get better and better throughout the entire season, which is really exciting. But I think we say it all the time, we have everything we need to be as successful as we want to be. We have, you know, size, we have skill, we have athletes, we have defenders, we have, you know, but it's just going to continue to take time and lots of film and understanding and being real coachable, you know, from coaches and also each other and things like that. But I definitely think it's going to keep improving.
Are you seeing it improve? And are there frustrating moments where it's like, we don't have it quite yet, but you're seeing it improve also?
I think, like, you know, we're improving as we keep going. We've got so many new players. Like, you know, there will be bumps in the road with so many new players. But, like, our team is so good at staying together and just, like, continuing. And, you know, if we stay the course, like JR was saying, like, then we'll be fine.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.